I read a passage in Hebrews 13 and verse 1. It says, "Let brotherly love continue. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by so doing, some have unwittingly entertained angels." Now, that's an odd verse of scripture. The King James Version says, "Some have entertained angels unawares." So, unwittingly or unknowingly, possible that somebody's come into your life that you might have thought to yourself at the time, well, that was weird. Well, maybe it just could be that that wasn't who you thought it was. It could have been an angel that God sent to minister to you in a special way at a special time. I can truthfully say I've had a couple of instances in my life when I did question if whoever was perhaps an angel, and I was entertaining angels unawares. Well, this morning, as we talk about the one another's in Scripture, I could have titled this "Hospitality to One Another," because that's really what it's all about. And that is mentioned in the New Testament as well. Now, every Bible scholar that is faithful to this text sees this passage in Hebrews 13:1 as a reference back to Genesis chapter 18, which introduces to us the familiar story of God's judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah. But there's quite a bit to learn before God's judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah. That actually takes place in chapter 19 of Genesis. But in chapter 18, we are introduced to three angels who come on the scene, and Abraham sees them and ministers to them. Then the Lord appeared to him by the terebinth trees of Mamre, as he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. So he lifted his eyes and he looked, and behold, three men were standing by him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them, and he bowed himself to the ground and said, "My Lord, if I have now found favor in your sight, do not pass on by your servant. Please let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will bring a morsel of bread, that you may refresh your hearts. After that you may pass by, inasmuch as you have come to your servant." And they said, "Do as you have said." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah, and he said, "Quickly, make ready 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes." And Abraham ran to the herd. He took a tender and a good calf, gave it to the young man, and he hastened to prepare it. So he took butter and milk and the calf which he had prepared, and he set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree as they ate.